Please be seated. Deputy Chancellor, graduates, guests and members of the university community, good morning and welcome. I'm Bill Patterson, University Secretary and Director of Governance Support. Graduations are one of the university's most important events. This year, the university will hold approximately 50 ceremonies both in Sydney and in Shanghai. We are also delighted that some of today's graduates are attending having previously missed the opportunity to attend a ceremony due to the pandemic. On occasion, the university seeks to honour individuals who've made extraordinary impacts upon society and through the contributions they have made to the university. Today, the university will bestow an award of Fellow of the University upon an outstanding member of our community. I would like to introduce to you the people who are seated here on stage. Seated at the centre of the stage is Dr. John Laker, AO, Deputy Chancellor of the University, who will preside over this ceremony. The Deputy Chancellor is joined today by Mr. Ian Watt, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President International, Mr. Peter Bennett, who will be awarded a Fellow of the University and also deliver the occasional address, Professor Carl Rhodes, Dean of the UTS Business School, who will be presenting graduates. The other people seated on stage are Professor Prabhu Sivabalan, Mr. Kurt Cheng, Dr. Patrick Tooth, Ms. Diane Hill and Mr. Peter Mumford, members of the University's Council, former Pro-Chancellor and Doctor of Laws Honoris Causa recipient, Mr. Tony Tobin, professors, academics and professional staff from faculties and institutes who've played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. I would also like to acknowledge members of staff graduating today, Wenxi Yu and Sasha Jenkins. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. John Laker, AO, Deputy Chancellor, to formally open proceedings.
Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful autumn morning for a graduation. In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology, Sydney, duly assembled. On behalf of the University of Technology, Sydney, before we begin the proceedings and on behalf of all those present, I would like to acknowledge and pay respects to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. It is upon their ancestral lands that UTS stands. Similarly, I would also like to pay respect to the elders, both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this place. In this graduation ceremony, we will celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from UTS Business School. Today's ceremony marks a great achievement for the graduates and recognises the support which they have received from family and friends, many of whom are here today. We warmly welcome you, and together we celebrate the achievements of the graduates. I now ask Mr. Ian Watt, Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Vice President International, to present a candidate for admission as a Fellow of the University Honoris Causa.
Deputy Chancellor, the Council of the University established the honour, Fellow of the University, to be made in recognition of an outstanding contribution to the University's objectives. Deputy Chancellor, I present to you Mr. Peter Clifton Bennett. Mr. Peter Bennett has over 40 years of experience in business and financial services. In 2022, he completed his time on the UTS Council, having served for the maximum time permitted of 12 years. Mr. Bennett was appointed to Council in 2010 and served as Pro-Chancellor from 2020 to 22. During this time, he provided the Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor and other senior leaders with invaluable expert advice and insight. Mr. Bennett has a Bachelor of Economics and a Diploma of Education from Monash University and a Master of Business Administration from the University of Melbourne. He's a Senior Associate of the Financial Services Institute of Australasia, Fellow of CPA Australia and a graduate of the Australian Institute of Company Directors. Mr. Bennett's career started in 1973 as a secondary school teacher in Victoria. He changed careers in 1978 when he joined Unilever as a cost analyst. Moved up the ranks quickly, earning positions such as management accountant and finance accountant. And in 1984, he joined Schroders Australia as a resources equity analyst. In the decade that followed, he became a portfolio manager and ultimately the head of the investment management division. He moved to Kimberley-Clark Australia as finance manager in 1992, and in 1995 became the general manager of finance, overseeing the finance and information technology functions across Australia and New Zealand. In 2003, he moved across to Kimberley-Clark's South Asia branch as the finance director for South Asia, responsible for the finance function of 9 countries in the region, and he retired from this role in 2010. Mr. Bennett's extensive experience across many critical roles in his career has given him significant strategic, financial and analytical skills, which he has generously shared with UTS. His association with UTS began in 1994, when Kimberley-Clark became a sponsor of the Bachelor of Accounting Cooperative Education program. He became a member of the steering committee and subsequently the chair of the committee until his retirement from Kimberley-Clark in 2010. He's also been a board member for several institutions and not-for-profit organisations, including Campbell Page Limited, First Super Fund, PPW Super Fund and Kimberley-Clark, as well as Osborne Park Progress Association and Lane Cove Public School. At UTS, Mr. Bennett held various positions between 2010 and 2022 with the UTS Council and its subcommittees, including as a member of the Commercial Activities Committee, the Finance Committee and the Honorary Awards Committee. He also served on the board of InSearch, a UTS pathway provider. Throughout his time on council, Mr. Bennett provided thoughtful and strategic advice, assisting senior leaders and other council members in making critical decisions that have put UTS on its path to achieving its vision of being a world-leading university of technology. It's a great honour for the University of Technology Sydney to confer Mr. Bennett with the award of Fellow of the University in recognition of his contribution to business and for his outstanding service to UTS, helping guide its success over the last 12 years. Deputy Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contribution to the university, I ask you to admit Mr. Peter Clifton Bennett as a Fellow of the University.
By the authority vested in me by the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I admit Mr. Peter Bennett as a Fellow of the University. I now invite Professor Carl Rhodes, Dean of UTS Business School, to present graduates.
Deputy Chancellor, I invite graduates in the UTS Business School to stand. Deputy Chancellor, the UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the Faculty Board in Business as eligible for awards have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by the Board and has conferred these awards upon them. Deputy Chancellor, I now present those graduates from UTS Business School who are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have qualified.
Graduates, please be seated. Deputy Chancellor, UTS Business School conducts innovative research across all major business disciplines. Our aim is to produce research which is not only academically excellent, but also knowledge that impacts the world in which we live. Deputy Chancellor, I present to you graduates receiving research degrees. The following students have graduated with the Doctor of Philosophy. Hanlin Liu, for a thesis entitled Relative Status, Peers and Gender Differences in Motivation, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Lionel Page and co-supervisors Dr. Alif Halafia and Professor Adeline Delavandi. Deputy Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Hanlin Liu. Wen Shi Alice Yu, for a thesis entitled, Does Changing the Way a Discrete Choice Experiment is Presented to Respondents Affect Results? An investigation in the context of health using between-subject designs. Supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Deborah Street and co-supervisors Professor Rosalie Viney and Professor Stephen Goodall. Deputy Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Wen Shi Alice Yu. Deputy Chancellor, each year UTS recognises a select few undergraduate candidates of exceptional merit. Such candidates are honoured by the award of the University Medal. Deputy Chancellor, I now present to you graduates receiving an undergraduate award and the University Medal in the UTS Business School. The following students have graduated with the Bachelor of Business Honours and First Class Honours and University Medal. Jake Anthony Graceffo. Benaya Lai. Hayden Francis Tui. Deputy Chancellor, we will now present to you our coursework graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with the Executive Master of Business Administration, Sasha Ellen Jenkins. Sudarat Liam Trai. Executive Master of Business Administration in Entrepreneurship, Yash Mani. Hiranti Varusevitane. Master of Business Administration, Ramiz Arib. Nicholas Stefan Bobbies. Terry William Fowler. Maggie Fung. Patrick Gannon. Simran Vijay Gidwani. Dominic James William Graham. Emma Elizabeth Hogan. Zahin Faiza Hussain. Thomas Basil Hundleby. Paul Johnson. Justin Jacob. Murugan Kamaraj. Jennifer Daniela Kweswandi. Christina Kopsias. Indra Aditya Kunyawan. Kevin Lijuwardi. Juan Liu. Li Juin Ma. Alex Ruo Sheng Mu. Nader Nasser. Akash Vikram Punjabi. Jeffrey Andrew Pullen. Lachlan John Randall. Darryl Lachlan Robinson. Mahdir Safari Najad. Deepika Sherchan. Sarah Kate Stephens. Piyatida Sudamfan. Michael Julian Sutanto. Jocelyn Edwina Tasek. Kritakya Tuladha. Julian Henri Fiel. Jonathan Peter Ronald Winfield. Shirley Xiaolei Zhang. Graduate Diploma in Business Administration with Distinction, Master of Business Administration, Abhishek Dianesh Sunawane. Graduate Diploma in Business Administration with Credit, Master of Business Administration, Krishab Tyagi. Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Master of Business Administration, Anthony Risad Glinka. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Master of Business Administration, Elizabeth Rachel Perez. Master of Business Administration in Entrepreneurship, Ha Mi Ngok Nguyen. Bachelor of Business, Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Andrew John Evanson. Raghil Iyer. Lachlan O'Malley. Bachelor of Business, Honours with Second Class Honours Division 2, Priyanshu Bhardwaj. Bachelor of Entrepreneurship, Honours with Second Class Honours Division 1, Olivia Baldini. Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Diploma in Innovation, Emily Beatrice Umbrazunas. Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Joshua David Abad. Jeremy Lee Young Ang. Caitlin Eliza Aranjo. Vinley Ashikin. Raquel Bradley. Kiara Butterfield. Olivia Carneal. Jing Jing Du. Kristen Hasarati. Shufan Huang. Danielle Katz. Erica Morton. Heng Zhi Qi. Tyler Addison Reed. Grace Ella Sinclair. Ngoc Thuy Vi Vu. Meng Lei Wang. Hannah Rose Westhuizen. Audrey Alda Wijaya. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Shebnur Ahmed. Joshua Matthew Michael Alonso. Camelia Dewi Amara. Danielle Amri. Constantina Diana Angelakos. Jessica Ashworth. Brendan Michael Atzi. Sirena Georges Atzi. Ariel Boskila. Shi Chen. Ting Yin Chen. William Albert Crowley. Dean Ellis. Charlotte Irby. Drew Edward Fryer. Peter Govers. Giovannius Grady. Shu Han Ho. Celine Huang. Alquin Jin Hang Lai. Shu Mei Liang. Yi Han Liu. Linda Lin Luong. Jie Ya Moore. William John Morton. Vigneswaran Nadarajan. Kathy Ngo. Aye Chan Miat Phyo. Oscar Chen Chu. Esha Ran. Phik Hong Si. Hao Ching Shun. Maria Angelina Surlas. Amy Tung. Sasha Thane. Valentina Triocho. Yongchi Wu. Ao Cheng Shu. Bachelor of Business, Jian Feng Ten. Hao Chi Chen. Shuo Chen. Derek Frimpong. Wong Xing Hon. Kenshiro Inoue. Sieng Peter Cao. Stephen Kokokidis. Nguyen Ngat An Le. James Magallanes. Louis Gregory Royston Parfitt. Michael Fandinata. Daniel King Chung Shu. Jeremy Marcelio Tan. Feng Zhen Yuan. Pei Yi Zhu. Siyu Wang. Bachelor of Economics with distinction, Chloe Grace Brown. Luke John Marangan. Matthew Rebulado. Raymond Sermon. Bachelor of Economics with credit, Ding Yu Chen. Neve Anthea Jones. Jake Richard Knott. Trail James Lindquist. John Moore Gilchrist. Elisa Fantavong. Arvin Joseph Tandok. Shinru Shin. Han Yu Zhang. Bachelor of Economics, Julian Cavallo. Anthony Kolak. Leon Kouzoukas. Jonathan Lim. Aidan Sampson. Samantha Brooks Smith. Jessica Teixeira. Wichada Wet Wicharkon Loha. Master of Business Administration, Jie Tan. Bachelor of Business, Honours with Second Class Honours Division 1, Jia Chi Yang. Bachelor of Business with Credit, Yi Qian Zhang. Bachelor of Business, Stephen.
Deputy Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates from UTS Business School.
On behalf of the UTS Council, it is my privilege and pleasure to once again congratulate all of our new graduates on attaining their degrees. Now, parents and friends, this is where you come in. You've been remarkably restrained in this hallowed hall of the Great Hall of UTS. Not now. This is the moment to really let our graduates know just how proud you are of what they've achieved. So let it rip. That's more like it, thank you. Graduates, today in our Great Hall you've graduated from one of the world's top 10 young universities. Young because UTS is yet to reach its 50th year. But the ceremony of graduation in which you've just taken part is itself one of the world's oldest. It dates back over 800 years to the establishment of the first European universities in the 12th century. Then you would have been taking your exams in Latin. Your graduation cap and gown that you wear proudly are adapted from the attire of medieval clerics who used to teach at these universities. But then it had a more pragmatic use. It was to keep you warm in the damp and unheated halls of learning of Oxford or Bologna or Paris. Graduation is indeed a great tradition, and it is a special celebration. And it should be, because graduation marks a very important milestone in your lives. The word graduation itself comes from the Latin, gradus, meaning step. And today you take a further significant step in your professional and personal development. Now, we know university study has its fun. You will have made lifelong friends. There will have been moments that were memorable, and some you probably can't remember. But it does require hard work, we know that, and it does require a commitment to long hours and long study. And inevitably it involves sacrifices, whether they be immediate career opportunities, social life, family and friends. And for a number of you here, it also involves a sacrifice that you're not in your own country. You've lost the familiarity with your own country. And of course, many of you began your studies, if not most of you, began your studies during the unprecedented disruption of COVID-19. The pandemic brought campus life to an end, isolated you in bedrooms rather than in tutorial rooms or libraries, shattered plans for overseas study. This is not what you expected. But you have pulled through magnificently, and you will have finished your studies on a campus that was once again beginning to buzz with life. You are graduates today, not just of this university, but of that other fine educational institution we call the School of Hard Knocks. Your resilience, your commitment will be amply rewarded as you apply your new skills and insights in your professional life, but today, the satisfaction of completing a high calibre degree in such difficult circumstances is reward in itself. Enjoy that sense of satisfaction because you've certainly earned it. And for all the parents, partners and friends here today as well, this is an occasion of great pride. You have lived through the stresses the graduates have faced. You have all given them your encouragement and support, and I am sure that they would want to acknowledge this. So could I ask the graduates, your turn now, can I ask the graduates to stand, face their family and friends, and give them a rousing round of applause because they too have earned it. Thank you. Not quite as noisy, but I'm sure the afternoon will loosen up. Graduates, the world that you as graduates are entering is a complex and challenging one. The new normal in the wake of COVID-19 is still evolving, but it is an exciting world. The workplace has become more flexible than ever before. Change is a constant. Digital disruption has become a very powerful force. Artificial intelligence is developing rapidly. Who had heard of ChatGPT even 12 months ago? New industries are emerging based on global data platforms that are reshaping the way we live, we work, we communicate. This is a world of opportunities for you. And it is a far cry from the staid, ordered and insular world that we baby boomers entered. Then, a comfortable job for life with a large employer was seen by many as an entitlement. Your generation, however, will want to test your skills with a number of employers, large and small, at home and abroad. Many of you will even create the organisations with which you will work. For you, now, a job for life might sound like a life sentence. The energies that you have devoted to your studies can now be unleashed into this exciting world, challenging but exciting world. Take the challenges on with enthusiasm, inspire your colleagues, and bring your newfound skills and talents into play. Your time at UTS will have prepared you well. Employers have a high regard for UTS graduates because of your ability to adapt and innovate, to work collaboratively with people of different backgrounds and insights, and to cope with pressure and tight deadlines. In a very competitive world, UTS graduates are very employable. You now join an outstanding group of some 270,000 alumni of UTS throughout the world. Reach out to this network when you can. Many of the alumni can be helpful to you in your future careers. And please stay in touch with UTS. Our alumni office is your lifelong connection to UTS, so please keep them up to date with your movements. Of course, perish the thought, your time as a student may not end today. This rapidly changing world will require you to refresh your knowledge and acquire new skills and knowledge again and again throughout your careers. Society is transforming to a lifetime of learning to keep pace with change, and UTS is in the forefront of this transformation. It has been introducing new courses and programs which draw on its excellent research and its connections with industry that will support learning and professional skills development for individuals throughout their whole career. We hope to see you in this great hall again one day. Your graduation also comes at a time when humanity is facing some profound global challenges. Climate change, the growing polarisation of societies, the tragic human tide of refugees, inequalities in their many unwelcome forms, the horrors of war, and a challenge that may touch your professional lives more directly, the loss of public trust in major institutions, whether it be in government, finance, big pharma, media, or just big business. The causes of this loss of trust are complex, but moral and ethical failures are at the core. And this, graduates, is where you come in. You leave here today as the pride of this university, as the flag bearers for the next generation of bright minds and responsible citizens. Can I suggest that you make the values of trust, honesty, and integrity the guiding beacons for your further development as professionals? How do you do this? Well, let me offer you 3 simple pieces of advice. Firstly, choose your employer wisely. You are part of a new generation that is demanding higher ethical standards from organisations, a generation that believes it has a responsibility to make society better and fairer than to pass it to future generations or leave it to others. Satisfy yourself that trust and a clear purpose of contributing value to society are part of the ethos of any organisation that you join. Secondly, identify the values that are important to you and live them in the way you conduct yourself in the workplace and outside. Take personal accountability for your actions and be willing to be judged by them. Speak up, but be ready to be challenged. At times when you are not sure what to do, bring your own strong moral compass to bear on your decisions and do what you believe is right. Do yourselves, your families and your university proud by maintaining the highest professional and ethical standards. The best advice I can give you finally is that you make your word your bond. There is no more powerful demonstration of your integrity than that you honour your word. Nothing more, nothing less. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, put it in simple words, and I quote, "Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition." Unquote. On that note, let me once again congratulate our new graduates on your success. Our best wishes and pride go with each and every one of you. Your degree will open up opportunities in any number of roles. Seize them in both hands and do well. Thank you. I now invite Mr. Peter Bennett to deliver the occasional address.
Deputy Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Dean, members of Council and the university community, graduates and guests. First, I would like to acknowledge and pay respect to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, to the elders, past, present and emerging, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, on whose ancestral lands we meet today. It is a great honour to be here today. I am still overwhelmed and incredulous that I have been made a fellow of this world-leading university. Along with the award, I have the privilege to share with you some learnings in life I have observed on the journey that brought me here. Some may resonate today, others you may recall usefully much later in life. 50 years ago today, I was sitting in a university hall at Monash University at my graduation. There was trepidation because for the first time, the next year was not predictable because it was no longer school holidays followed by another year of schooling. I do recall I was relieved and elated. Graduating was an ambition that I held from my early teens, and unusual, for in those years, most of my peers left school at 15 to join the workforce. What were my career plans? Or for that matter, future plans in general? I was of the Beatles generation, so maybe I channeled John Lennon, who said, "Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans." The Victorian Education Department paid my way through university, and I was obliged to teach for 3 years. After that, I wasn't sure, other than I needed to fulfil the second ambition of my early teen years, to travel the world, to experience and learn how other people thought and lived. Many things in the world have changed in 50 years, but I suspect you all have similar emotions and questions. What will I be doing for the rest of my life? Can I live my dreams? What career should I pursue? Will my plans work out for the best? In an uncertain world, we all search for stability, but life, as John Lennon said, just happens regardless of our plans. However, one way or another, those early teenage years of dreams of mine have served me well throughout my life. Lifelong learning, being curious, embracing new ideas and learning better ways to do things provides the best chance not to be left behind in an uncertain world. It will give your career the best chance to ride the waves of change. New ideas and different ways of doing things come from the least expected sources, so always ensure you're scanning the world, not just your personal and comfortable domain. Never be parochial. Be a global citizen and embrace the rich diversity of thought and practice. And also, to paraphrase John Lennon, do not be afraid to take the unplanned opportunities that might come your way. However, in life, our highest achievements never happen alone. We're always at our best when we are working with others, and particularly when our work is given freely, without expectation of material reward. My journey with UTS began more than 25 years ago while I was working for Kimberley-Clark. The company became a sponsor of the Bachelor of Accounting co-op program. Public education re-emerged in my life. Immediately I was attracted by the program and soon invited to join the steering committee of that program. The committee brought together academics and sponsors to review outcomes and fine-tune course structures and content. Joining meant I was no longer engaged in a purely commercial transaction as a sponsor. I joined an education community where I was obliged to give freely of my time and effort to an endeavour I valued highly. And it is the main reason that I'm here today. Joining the university UTS community later in life was a lucky opportunity, although volunteering has always been a rewarding part of my life. The most important advice I can share is to you to become engaged in your community. Some of you may already be on that journey. There are always opportunities and causes that can benefit from your contribution, big or small. The activities you undertake may have no commercial reward or vested interests. However, they will encourage you to put others first and to do what is right and best. What you learn from these experiences is equally applicable in your work and life in general. And be careful not to rationalise you are too busy with your career and family not to volunteer. I know many of you may think altruism is not an immediate concern. Like most young people, you are likely to be ready to pursue a successful career, a comfortable life, possibly fame and fortune. How should you expect it to work out? What do we know about this? Well, in 1938, Harvard University began to track the lives every 2 years of 724 men. One group came from the first-year Harvard students and in fact included a future US president, and the other from the most disadvantaged neighbourhoods in Boston, USA. Over the years, some climbed from the bottom to the top of the social and economic ladder. Others had their lives go from the top to the bottom. This study still continues 85 years after it started. So, what has the study found to be the best predictor of a happy and healthy life? None of the above. It's good and meaningful relationships. Serendipitously, based on the Harvard study, my lifelong voluntary engagement in the community activities has been the best career move I have made. It has given me lasting and meaningful relationships, great pleasure and happiness, and is largely responsible for me being here today. Apparently also, according to the study, it has contributed to my above average good health for my age. I would be remiss not to mention the luck I had in finding a supportive partner to share my life and raise a family that has always made my life exciting and fun. Wondrously happy relationships that the Harvard study would confirm were all on the money in lifting my chances of living longer and a much happier and healthy life. Now, I know that completing a doctorate, a degree or diploma is a major achievement, and you should never underestimate the sacrifices and the very hard work that was required of you and your family and friends that supported you in this endeavour. You are beginning the next part of your life and a career that will be underpinned by what you have learned at UTS. I would recommend, though, you consider enhancing that formidable UTS foundation by adding to your repertoire what has proved invaluable in my career and life. Never stop learning. Always be curious and look for new things. Be a global citizen and embrace the profundity of the world, its diversity and its many knowledges. Most importantly, though, volunteer whenever and wherever you can to share your knowledge and endeavour freely with communities in need. I am certain this experience will make for a longer, happier and healthier life. Thank you, and may the very best wishes go with you in your future life. Thank you.
I'd like to thank our speaker today, Mr. Peter Bennett, for the occasional address on this important day for you as UTS graduates. Peter certainly covered a range of different things in his speech, and I'm sure there were messages that resonated with all of you in what he had to say today. So in conclusion, let me say that the best wishes and the pride of the university go with each and every UTS graduate. Congratulations again.
Deputy Chancellor, guests and graduates, that occasional address concludes the formal proceedings of this ceremony. On behalf of the Deputy Chancellor, I invite you to join the official party for refreshments. These will be served in the Great Hall foyer and in the balcony room adjoining this hall. The photography, framing and memorabilia services are located on level 4, which is 1 floor below us. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall. As it does, I invite our new graduates to join the procession, which will end in the balcony room. Would the congregation please rise for the academic procession?